Well, I usually work with inside sales managers, so that's why I was trying to reach Tammy. And can you point me in the direction of the inside sales manager? Hey, Michelle, I don't know if I got directed to the right person or not. I was trying to reach Tammy, your old inside sales manager, and are you in charge of inside sales? Okay. Well, and I don't know if customer service is really where I can help or not, but have I caught you in the middle of anything? Well, the reason why I'm reaching out to you is I basically I work mostly with inside sales managers, inside sales directors, and I help them to get their folks asking the right questions when they're on the phone with individuals, with usually prospects, but it could also apply to customer service or existing customers as well. Well, it does, but we have and certainly if that's a concern for you, I'd love to learn more. It's just our company, we typically focus more on inside sales than customer service, but we can certainly help with customer service too. Is that something that you're motivated to improve in terms of making sure your folks are asking the right questions and saying the right things, or how do you feel about their performance in that area? Mm-hmm. Well, are you using any type of tools to make sure your folks are asking the right questions? Any kind of like, okay, and how do you feel about how long it takes you to get new customer service reps ramped up and performing? That how long? Oh, okay. And how long on average does it take from a new hire to get hired and then they're independently, doing their own thing? How long does that usually take? Hmm. Let me ask you this. So, if you're over customer service, do you have any outbound salespeople that are generating new leads and trying to get in new accounts, or is that something you guys don't do? So you don't have in. Okay. And do you do outbound phone prospecting, or do you do primarily inbound? You take inbound calls only. Okay. See, that's what I'm trying to get to. We really hit a home run with really aggressive, proactive outbound teams. Is making outbound calls? Yeah, yeah. See, that's where we kind of help. All right. Well, I appreciate your time, and I'll let you get back to it. Have a great day. All right. Bye. So, definitely some things to reflect on there. First of all, let's kind of review what just happened there. So the gatekeeper, so the guy answers the phone, and notice that one thing I did was I used the name and my tonality to kind of tell the guy that I was in to communicate that I was engaged with the company. In fact, that so I wasn't an outside salesperson who was new trying to get in, and that's where you typically get gatekeepers blocking you out. So he even said it's been a while since you've worked with us or talked to us. So through tonality and using the prospect's name, I was able to sort of establish social proof and make it look like I was someone that works with the company. Obviously the name that I had wasn't good. So instead of really kind of tiptoeing around trying to find out who it was, I just asked him to very directly to connect me with the new person. So again, through tonality, being very direct and assertive, I was able to not necessarily get him to do what I wanted to do, but I avoided him blocking me out. And maybe he wouldn't have, but I I think that from I think from listening to him, he could have easily begun to shut down, and he didn't. So he ended up passing me through to the person, which was Michelle. And right out of the gate, it was kind of, I could kind of tell, a square peg in a round hole. We could sell our solution to customer service if they really wanted it, but again, you want to spend your time talking to prospects and pursuing prospects that fit your sweet spot. If she were to call me and ask for a meeting with me, I would definitely take a meeting with her. But to try to sell to her when she's not the right person, I knew that every question I asked was probably not going in was probably not a good use of my time. But I had her on the phone and I wasn't going to give up. Now, what she so first of all, what happened is she threw out a very common objection of what is this in regards to. So this is an objection, which is they want to ask this question, whether it's a prospect or a gatekeeper, to determine, are you trying to sell me something because I'm not buying. And instead of saying I want to schedule a meeting or I want to talk to you about our solution, I basically delivered our standard response, which is a value proposition. So I told her I help customer service and sales and I shared a value statement. So that kept me in the game, and I just sat there. And then she asked a question, and then what I did is I went to the core part of my script, which was to start to ask her questions. Now, you'll notice when I asked her questions, she did not give me what I wanted. When you ask one of your questions, you're not trying to sell the product, you're trying to sell the meeting. So you want what is ideal, or what takes you in the direction of being able to sell the meeting, is when you get a response that's either yes, I'm concerned about that, or I'm not sure how I stand, or I'm not sure if I'm concerned. But when someone says no, we're good to your question, that's basically like on the game show, you get the big X there to your question. So you can't really go towards trying to set a meeting with someone when they say no, we're good. You want them to say, yeah, I'm a bit concerned, and then you have a reason to start to go towards scheduling a meeting. So we didn't get her to say I'm concerned. Now, when we got the X, I just moved on to another question. Oh, I see. Well, let me ask you this, and whatnot. So just kind of a breakdown there. Now, did that lead to a meeting? No, it didn't. Was that a productive call? It was productive because I can remove her from my list. I learned that their organization doesn't fit our sweet spot, the way they're organized, and that could be a reason why she really wasn't connecting with my questions, and my questions weren't kind of making sense and whatnot. So it was productive. We're able to learn. We're able to reflect. We're able to remove her from the list and move on to the next one. So